music, you can really understand where I'm coming from. Sometimes I can't really express myself the correct way in communication between aggression and misplacement. Like, I get caught up. But when I'm making music, man, it's like, lately I've been trying to figure out who means me well, who really hang around till the chips turn stale. Ex hit my phone saying all the right things, but I can tell by his actions still doing wrong. Uncertainty not good for my mental health. Phone on do not disturb, let the problems dealt. We supposed to be friends, but I be seeing you lurking, letting people in, but does it really work? Hey y'all, what's up? What's the goodie? It's your girl. Welcome back to another episode. Today I wanted to address something very important. So, as you guys know, that I'm big on mental health. I'm big on being an advocate about mental health, speaking up about it, seeking help if you need it, and not being ashamed of it. And I have to put this out there because I just started doing therapy the last few weeks or so. I found myself in a dark place, and I decided, okay, you need to reach out, talk to someone, get help. And I have been talking to people for a while, but I felt like I needed to reach deeper in that help. And so I went back to therapy. This is now my third therapy session, and I'm feeling great. Just actually wrapped with my therapist, but I wanted to talk about this because this came to my attention since I started doing therapy. You are the shit. You are the shit. No matter where you come from, no matter what you've been through, no matter what you look like, you are the shit. Point blank, period. No matter who left you, no matter who hurt you, no matter who wronged you, you are the shit. Own your shit. Own your stuff. Own yourself. Look in the mirror, tell yourself, I'm the shit. If you're a man, tell yourself, boy, I look good. Excuse me, sir, you look good. You fine. Look at you, your chocolate self. Look at you, handsome. Look at you, waves, no waves, hair curly. Whether you're white, black, Puerto Rican, papi chulo, oh, ay, all that. You are the shit. And, as females, we already know we the shit, but I'm going to just let y'all know anyway. You the shit, sis. Keep doing you, ma'am. I seen you, ma'am. Work, ma'am. Get that money, ma'am. But just because you are the shit does not mean that you don't have luggage and baggage. And sometimes the hurt and the pain can be cutting you so deeply to the point where the wound seems like it's never going to heal. Don't be afraid to get therapy. Don't be afraid to seek therapy. And don't be ashamed to tell people that you're in therapy. My reason why I'm bringing this up because, as a mental health advocate and a person who is currently going through therapy, people's reaction sometimes when you tell them, oh yeah, I'm in therapy, or, I talk about mental health, PTSD and things like that because it's serious. It's close to my heart. I've had people who reacted like, oh, that's good. That's really good. I've had people who write me, message me, text me, people call me, reach out to me and, tell me how I'm inspiring them, how they're taking their mental health more serious, and things like that. But most of the time I have people reaching out to me or people's reaction, rather, it's like, oh, girl, you okay? What's going on with you? Are you sick? Do you need help? Do you want to harm people? Are you suicidal? No, sis, no. Just because I decide to take care of myself, because I decide to become a better me, because I decide to invest in myself, in my mental health, and seek help, that does not make me a problem. That just means I got some shit that I need to unpack, some stuff that I need to talk about with somebody, okay? And as a man, don't be too prideful. Don't think that makes you weak or vulnerable or insecure. No. We all got some stuff that we done been through in this life, honey. Just along with COVID, you got to talk about some stuff with somebody. COVID can in itself, going through quarantine, being in a house, being locked up, that in itself is depressing. That in itself is overwhelming. It's frustrating. Losing your job, not being able to make the money you want to make, need to make, not being able to make the moves that you need to make. We have been through a lot. Heartbreaks, pain, frustration, years and years of pain. Okay, y'all? So I just wanted to point that out because you should not be ashamed. Don't be ashamed of going to seek help. Don't be ashamed of saying, yeah, I've been depressed or, I've been struggling with something. Whatever it is, don't be ashamed of that. If it's something that you want to keep personal, that's fine. You know, people approach me all the time, and I tell them straight up, yeah, you know, like, you know, I'm fine. It's just I got some stuff that I need to unpack. Just today I had someone say like, oh, are you sick? And I was like, wow, that's rude. Am I sick? And then she's like, no, I don't mean it like that. I just mean like, you know, why is this situation stressing you out, or, you know, what's going on, or whatever. And, you know, I'm here for you to talk if you need to talk. And you find that a lot of times when people say they here to talk, sometimes people just really don't know what to say. They're here to listen. Other times people are here to be nosy. Other times people are here because they care and they're concerned. And, you know, they may genuinely have some advice for you. The reason why I decided to go to therapy is because I feel like I needed professional help. I needed someone who has studied this. I needed someone who has talked to thousands of people, or even hundreds of people, or a few people. I need someone who has a PhD behind their name who can really help me unpack some stuff. You know, I need somebody who has no ties to me, who has no bias to me, you know. And I believe that for myself, I needed that. I've been told several times by people, you don't need to go to therapy. We can talk about it. You just need to get in your word and pray. You need to just cry out to God, seek your answers through God. And yes, you can find healing through Christ, yes, but sometimes you just really need a person who can sit down, who can talk to you face to face, who can relate to some things. You know, sometimes I would find myself going to the Bible and trying to read some things and understand. And there's a lot of stuff in that Bible I don't get. You know, a lot of times when you are broken and you've been through something, you lose trust in people, you lose faith in people. And one of those people, most cases, is Christ himself, if you are a true believer. And, you know, don't take everybody else's advice. If you can afford it, there's some really affordable therapists out there. If you don't have a therapist, if you need me to point you in the right direction, then I will do that for you, honey. But, ma'am, sir, don't be ashamed of it. Own your shit and know that you are the shit, okay? You know, a lot of times we talk about toxic men. We talk about toxic men, how this man broke my heart, how he cheated, how he had hoes in different area codes, how he had baby mamas, how he had sidelines, how he was a husband and still messing around. And all that stuff can be unpacked through therapy, you know? And we always talk about the men, but we mostly don't put any light or shine any light to toxic women. Because there are a lot of women that are gigolos just like men. They be out here pimping. You know what I'm saying? Your girl Meg already told y'all she was a pimp. Okay, that was just a little humor for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know Meg like that, so I ain't gonna speak on her. And that's that on that. That's my girl. You know, shout out to Savage, Teen, you know, Hot Girls, all of them. You know, I ain't got no shade towards her. But I'm just saying that, you know, it can be a thing. Women can hurt men just as much as men hurt women. And as a man, you know, men tend to seek help in different forms. They go to sex, they go to drinking, they go to smoking, they hang out with their dudes. Some people throw themselves at work. Some people throw themselves at money and even video gaming. You know what I'm saying? And in those things, you're not really spending much time having conversation. A big thing is people tend to move on and go from relationship to relationship, or move on from person to person and try to talk that out. And they get the advice from them, and then it doesn't work out because that's not someone that you should have sought guidance from the beginning. I know a lot of men do that. Sometimes women do it also. They seek it in a new partner, but you can't do that because reality is nobody really knows what happened between you and that person, right? And a lot of times with seeking help from a therapist or a counselor, they can intervene. You know, they can give you like, okay, maybe this was a sign, or you should have unpacked this, or let's talk about this, and maybe you guys need to revisit this. Sometimes you skip over it. You know, sometimes things happen in your life you don't really pay attention to. Oh, maybe this thing affected me years from now. So again, you are the shit, okay? But at the same time, you have to own your shit. You know, own your baggage, own your luggage, own your wrong, own your right. And know that there is healing for you. And know that, you know, certain things that you are doing, possibly they're not the right things to be doing. You might be living a good life. You might be being a good person. You might be trying to figure out why you can't find love, why you can't be happy, why things can't work out for you. You can seek help for that too. You can talk about that too in therapy, because I can guarantee you it's something that you're missing. Maybe it's an approach, maybe how you speak, to how you talk, how you carry yourself, how you handle yourself when dating and when in a new relationship. One thing that my therapist just brought to my attention today about dating and about healing is that sometimes we just honestly don't know how to do it. When you've been hurt for so long, or when you've been with someone for so long, and then you try to start dating again, or you try to move on, sometimes you just are not receptacle. We don't know what we're doing. And it sounds crazy because, like, oh yeah, you just date, you've been doing it for years. But it's different dating, honey. When you in your 20s, in your 30s, in your 40s, even in your 50s, it's different dating from when you were a child, from when you was in your young days, when you were teens. You're looking for something different. You're looking for something more. And you have to know how to approach that more. Sometimes we meet somebody new and we overpour too much. We tell them too much of our pain. We tell them too much of our history. Or we cry it out straight up, point blank. We just lay it out on the table. This is what it is. Take it or leave it. And we expect people to just conform to that. No, that's not going to work out. So don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed to seek help. Don't be afraid to talk to somebody. Even if you're chilling with your boys, you know what I'm saying? You should have those homies that you can sit down and talk about some real shit. Talk about breakups, heart pain. Talk about work stuff. Talk about COVID. You should be able to just really sit down and confide with your friends if they're your real ones. You know what I'm saying? Your support system. Over a drink, Jack and Coke, Crown Apple, or if you're not a drinker, harsh drinker, a bottle of water, a bottle of soda, some dinner, you know what I'm saying? Hot dogs, hamburgers, frying it on the grill, you feel me? Even if you're going to go get something quick, McDonald's, hit up McD's or Taco Bell, whatever your desires are, whatever you enjoy, you should find an avenue of conversation. You should always be able to engage in good conversation. So if you got somebody who's pushing you away from therapy, who's telling you you don't need that, who's telling you don't need to talk to nobody, you just need to do this, ask yourself how you feel after you do that. Even, us homegirls, we do that all the time. Oh, fuck him, girl. You don't need him. Move on. He did this, he did that. You just need to get a new nigga. And then you get that new nigga and you hurt. You get that new nigga and you feel like trash. You feel like he's the same. You feel like he's just like the last one. He ain't no good like the rest of them ain't no good. But sis, maybe it's not him. Maybe it's something that you need to unpack. Maybe it's the burden that you're carrying. This is why I created my Become a Better You brand. This is why I created my podcast, Ooh Baby. Because it's like, I want people to understand that mental health is not about you being sick or ill or, letting the world know, okay, I have a problem. No, it's about creating a lifestyle that you can become better in. Creating a lifestyle that you can thrive in. Physically, mentally, emotionally. But most of it is mental. Mental health advocate. That's why I'm that. So all I'm trying to say is, is that in order for us to journey in life, to be anything in life, we have to have the mindset. We have to have the abilities, the capabilities. We have to have the motivation, the courage. And there's days when you may not have that. And that's okay, because you're not going to be 100% all the time. You're just not going to be able to do that. That's just not how life works. Even the most spiritual person, there's a reason why you have to balance your chakras. There's a reason why sometimes, you have to take a little drink to the head. Even if you're not a drinker, all I'm saying is just that there is always a reason. There's always some truth behind, and there's always some reason behind. Everything happens for a reason. Everything you say, everything you do, the people you interact with, the switch in the weather, even the pandemic we're in right now, this is happening for a reason. And we may not know that. That's why we have researchers out there. That's why people, get out and they study and they have these meetings and they try to figure out what's going on. There's a purpose. There's a greater purpose. So own your shit. Know who you are and know that you are the shit. You are the shit and own your shit. And don't be ashamed. And if you're not a podcast listener, it's okay. Listen, trust me. I was like, I can't get into this podcast life. That's for old heads. That's just not me. I'm not finna sit and listen to nobody talk. But I watch a YouTube video. I look at their face. But then one day I scrolled past my girl Anaya, and I was like, why am I not listening to a podcast? What's wrong with it? You listen to music when you get in your car. You listen to music in a regular time frame. You know, you can listen to a short podcast. It's not going to kill you. Something that's going to help you be better, help you going to grow, and it gives you a different perspective. So I listened to one episode and look at me. Look at me now. Look at me now. I'm getting paper. No, but for real. And, you know, it's just... sometimes you're getting, like, for me, I got into this dark place where I was like, I don't even want to listen to music today. I don't want to watch no video. I don't want to make a video. I don't want people to see my face. But I got so much that I need to talk about. And here I am on a podcast. And, yeah, I know I'm getting, like, 1-2 viewers right now. Not many. But you know what? I'm going to keep pushing up, keep grinding because I am the shit, okay? And I'm going to own my shit. And that's that on that. 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 Again, it's your girl. That's all I have for y'all today. I love y'all. Make sure you're taking care of you. Love you. Love the one you with, okay? You only got one you. And that's that on it. Okay? Stay true to who you are. Pineapple Gang, we in this business. We up in here in the Bazildine. Become a better you. Ooh, baby. And it's your girl, Mookie Mook. And I'm out. And that's that on that. Peace.